What's up, my guys, and welcome back. I'm your host, Cody, and this is the Wrasslin Report Card. And if you can tell, I'm out here repping, baby. Shout out to my girlfriend, man, for my 30th birthday. She got me the Roman Reigns shirt, plus, what? She got me the Stone Cold shirt, baby. Alright, let's go. Give me a hell yeah. Well, like I said, it is my 30th birthday, and I'm walking around here like Shawn Michaels. So I'm going to go ahead and sit my old ass down. And what we do on this show is I take a wrestling show, I break down each match, I give it a letter grade. At the end, I tally them some bitches up to give that show its own report card. So tonight, we talking about the February 27th edition of Monday Night Raw. And we're coming to you live from Bland Rapids, Michigan. Yeah, that crowd was terrible. And honestly, I wasn't a big fan of this match card coming in. But I tell you what, Triple H really blew me away with this episode of Raw. You had Brock Lesnar in the MVP lounge. You had Cody Rhodes in action in that banger of a match against Chad Gable. Then on Miz TV, after we find out who the host of WrestleMania is, Seth Rollins comes down, knocks the Miz out, and then calls out Logan Paul to meet him in the ring next week on Raw. And don't forget who else is coming next week on Raw. That's right. John Cena and Bray Wyatt, ahead of his matchup with Bobby Lashley, brings back one of my favorite gimmicks. And in the main event, you got Hall of Famer Lita back, and she's going for gold as her and Becky Lynch team up to take on the Raw Women's Champions, Damage Control. And at the end of the match, another Women's Hall of Famer comes out. I'm talking about a legend. Woo! So as y'all can tell, we got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, go and buckle up your seatbelts and let's get to grading. Man, and I didn't even mention the opening match. You got Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa taking on the Street Profits. And after these four got done flapping their gums, what? The Street Profits said we had enough of that, and them son bitches just started teeing off on them. So we come back from the commercial break, and I shit you not, we were legit in another commercial, not even 3 minutes later. And by God, was Angelo Dawkins shirtless out there? Looks like my guy's been putting in work. Shout out to you, man. And so did the other three guys in this match, I tell you what. But before you could blink, boom, Solo struck with a super kick, and then the wagon spike, and ain't nobody kicking out of that, my guy. They got the 1, 2, 3. After the match, Jimmy and Solo continue to lay the smack down on the Street Profits, even trapping a chair around one of the necks. I mean, you shouldn't have been talking shit when out of nowhere a hooded figure appeared in the ring, and by God, it's Kevin Owens. Yeah, he came in, stunned both of them, and left. Never seen that before, so that was cool. Hey, for that match right there, I'm going to give it a B-. The match was good itself, but honestly, having 2 commercial breaks in like the first 3 or 4 minutes made it really hard to like get into the match. And once it got started going, it was good. And I mean, how many times we going to see this with Kevin Owens? Either get to him and Sammy versus the Usos at WrestleMania, or let's just move on from this, my guy. Well, I got to keep moving on, because up next, we got Brock Lesnar in the MVP lounge. And okay, I don't get all the hate. I don't see how you aren't excited for Brock versus Omos. It's not going to main event either night. It's probably not even going to be the opening match. It won't go 5 minutes, and we're going to see a lot of big men slapping man meat. I'm here for it, so I ain't with all the hate. Anyways, MVP had the lounge set up, but instead the iconic clock ticking, that infamous riff hit, and out came the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, who came down and made himself real comfortable. So MVP came out, and the funniest part of all this was when the crowd started chanting Suplex City. MVP turned around, raised his cane at some fan, and said, don't be stirring up the brothers now. Anyways, after promising no suplexes, Brock invites MVP into his own lounge and simply said, sell me Brock Lesnar versus Omos at WrestleMania, and not only to me, but to all the fans. So MVP got on the mic and did what only he can. I mean, that son bitch could sell water to a well, my guy. And to everyone's surprise, Brock Lesnar accepted the challenge. So at WrestleMania, it will be Omos taking on Brock Lesnar. And in the MVP lounge, there's only one way to seal a deal, with a little bit of the bubbly. But Brock said, hey, we ain't drinking that bullshit. He pulled out a flask, and he said he had some of that white lightning, brother. I tell you what, he took a big old country boy swig off that sumbitch before handing it to MVP, who wasn't going to drink it at first, but after a little convincing from the beast, MVP ended up taking a pull out that flask, and I shit you not, he ended up spitting it all back over Brock Lesnar's face, and the crowd really hit it on the head with the "you effed up" chants. MVP tried to help him out, but he should have just left because we all knew what was next, my guy. He promised no suplexes, but Brock, he never said anything about an F5. And no, I'm not talking about them haters that came through OKC last night, brother. Brock F5 that sumbitch. And at WrestleMania, it will be the Beast, Brock Lesnar, versus 7'4", 400-pound Nigerian giant, Omos. Hey, for that segment right there, y'all can hate me all you want. I'm going to give it an A-. Again, I don't get any of the hate circling around this match. And y'all can take me to the slammer all y'all want, but personally, I like Omos. I mean, I think he does a lot better than everybody gives him credit for. Remember, he's still new to this, and he did get rushed. So, I mean, thanks, Vince McMahon. And okay, I don't know what any of us sacks of shit did right in this life, but up next, we got Cody Rhodes taking on Chad Gable, and yeah, this was about as good as you thought it would be. You had suplexes, suicide dives, disaster kicks, and then Chad Gable hit a beautiful cliffhanger DDT followed by a moonsault. And by God, I thought that sumbitch pulled off the biggest upset of the year. Thank you. And then outside of the ring, once again, Otis seemed to be distracted looking for Mandy Rose. Maxine. So Cody Rhodes walked over and tried to help the big guy out. But once Otis noticed it was him, he started charging him. And then he just got sent over the barricade for his troubles. Cody gets back in the ring. And then you know how the story goes. Cody Cutter, Crossroads, 1, 2, 3. And after the news earlier that Roman Reigns, yes sir, that's my guy, will be at SmackDown this Friday night, Cody Rhodes got on the mic after the match and he said, you know what, so will I, and it's on, baby. Look, y'all know I'm a Cody fan, I really am, but y'all know what's gonna happen. Come WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes is gonna get smashed and get his bags packed and go on back to AEW and never compete for a title again, because Roman Reigns ain't playing around. Yo, I really like what was going on right there. I cannot wait for that Face Down SmackDown Friday night, and for that right there, I'm gonna give it an A. That was what I'm talking about. The match was great, and we get Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes Friday, John Cena Monday. Let's go, wrestling fans. We are eating right now. Thank you, Triple H. Well, let's keep it pushing, because up next we got some woman action going on. You got Asuka taking on Carmella, and after being the last two women in the chamber, these two square off yet again, and the night might be different, but the result stays the same, my guy. Asuka must have hit Carmella with 37 different strikes in around about 12 seconds. Carmella was still able to put up a fight, but it was only so long until the Asuka lock was applied, and Carmella didn't have no choice but to tap out, my guy. After the match, Asuka got on the mic and said, Bianca, get your ass down here to the ring. Okay, I don't know what she really said, but I'm sure it was on something along the lines of that. So you know Bianca, she want the smoke. She went down to the ring, got right up in Asuka's face, and as those two were flapping their gums, what? That damn Jezebel Carmella ran up, shoved them into each other, and then ran off talking about, I'm the best, I'm the best. Like, no, you literally just tapped out on live TV, big dog. But I actually like Carmella. She gets a lot of heat. Well, for that match right there, I thought it was solid. I'm going to give it a B-, and I cannot wait till that WrestleMania match between Asuka and Bianca Belair. Well, we're going to keep it in the women's division, because up next, you got my girl, my dog, Piper Niven, taking on Candice LeRae. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Candice LeRae is way more athletic than I will ever be in my life. But nobody who comes down to the ring in pixie wings, yeah, say that 5 times fast, should be beating Piper Niven, the Piper Niven. And I get it. A lot of y'all say, oh, Candice LeRae is good in the indies, yada, yada, yada. Hey, look, man, I don't know about all that. We're talking WWE here, what's relevant. And I think we can all agree that Candice LeRae has been mid at best. Like, she definitely needs a manager, that's for sure. And okay, I know, so she got the win, obviously, y'all can tell by my reaction, and it was due to a distraction to Nikki Cross. But Piper Niven should not be losing right now, my guy. She's been on an undefeated streak, and Candice LeRae ain't done nothing. So for that right there, it's getting a D. Y'all can hate me all you want, but I'm gonna move on, because up next, welcome to Miz TV. And we find out that the Miz's big secret from last week is that the host of WrestleMania will be The Miz. Hell yeah, brother. And then as he's in the middle of his big announcement, the music hit, the crowd started singing. Out came my guy, Seth Rollins, and I tell you what, I could watch these two go at it on the mic all freaking day. So Rollins came down and said, hey, since I can't get a hold of your boy Logan Paul, who you taught everything to, why don't you call him? The Miz then started flapping his gums. What? So Seth Rollins decided to introduce them gums to his foot with a super kick. Afterwards, Seth then grabbed the Miz's phone and FaceTimed Logan Paul from that. And then Logan Paul answered saying, Miz, stop calling me. So Seth let him know who it is as he hit him with the iconic laugh and then asked, hey, how's little bro doing? Probably not as good as Tyson Fury's little bro. Ha 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 ha. Then Seth said next week, bro is set and come and see me in the middle of the ring Monday night on Raw. Oh, and one more thing. Bye-bye, bitch. And then after a stomp to the Miz, Seth Rollins was on his way. Hey, I love that segment right there. Like I said, I could watch them two go at it all day on the mic. I'm going to give that an A-. Next up, we got some more action as you got the almighty Bobby Lashley taking on Elias. And with Brick Boogs backstage watching along with the rest of it, these sumbitches just started going at it. Elias came out the gate strong, but let's be real. He was no match for Bobo. Not even 5 minutes in, Lashley applied the hurt lock and Elias had no choice but to tap out, my guy. After the match, Bobby Lashley got back on the mic, talked this shit to Brock Lesnar first, and it said, Bray Wyatt, I don't play little kid games. And the way he said it was the best thing ever. And what was even better is we got the return of the Muscle Man dance. Hell yeah, brother. And remember, this was part of the build up to the Fiend the first time, the original, and maybe I'm just high on life, of course. But I swear I heard the words, let me in. Also in this video, you had Uncle Pouty, Uncle Howdy, and Cold Leader Bray in here, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe he's gonna go Mick Foley with all these gimmicks, I don't know. But I do know come WrestleMania, whatever Bray Wyatt does, he's gonna make everybody that's doubted this slow burn look real dumb. Like the Black Eyed Peas, I just got a feeling. So for that match and everything that followed, I'm gonna give that a B+. And then up next, we got Johnny Gargano taking on Otis. And Otis had Triple M in his corner tonight, the group, instead of my guy Chad Gable. And does that mean we're finally gonna get a legit Chad Gable push? No cap. He's the only guy in the WWE that I would cheer for over Roman Reigns. I mean, sorry, hey, you know you my guy, but Chad Gable, that is that guy right there. Personally, I think this will lead to Gable versus Otis at WrestleMania, which will be awesome. So anyways, with both Mace and Mansoor continuously attacking Gargano behind the ref's back, that crazy sumbitch Dexter Lumis popped up, and after getting distracted by Maxine, Otis got dropped on his head, allowing Gargano to pick up the 1-2-3 in quick passion. Now for that match, I'm gonna give it a C. It was a solid match, but honestly, I think Otis should have gotten the win here. He never really won with Gable, and I think giving him the win tonight without Gable would have been a good storyline headed into Mania season. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a dum-dum from Oklahoma. And dum-dum want gum-gum. But hey, that's enough of the talk because it's time for the main event. The start of this match was meh, but when Bayley tried getting involved, you heard the iconic laugh, and by God, Trish Stratus, that's right, Trish Stratus ran down, she laid Bayley's ass out, and by God, we got a slobber knocker on our hands, damn it. Io tried staying in it, but when she tried to get a little disrespectful and went for the moonsault, there was nobody home, and then you know how the story goes. Twist of fate, the real Lita saw it, and by God, we got new champs in the women's tag team division on the road to WrestleMania. For that main event, I'm gonna give it a B+. And honestly, if you really think Damage Control should be defending these titles at WrestleMania instead of Becky and Lita, you are wild, my guy. Outside of Sasha Banks and Naomi, these titles have only been held by mid-carders with subpar mic skills. I'm just being honest. So I think that this division needs star power. So at WrestleMania, in my opinion, it needs to be Becky and Lita taking on Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. And sorry, but Bayley is the only reason that Damage Control is even relevant. I actually like Io Sky, but a Dakota Kai promo, let's just be honest, that will put Helen Keller to sleep, my guy. Sorry, I mean, she's great in the ring, but I'm just being real. Man, y'all know what time of the show it is. I'm gonna wipe this gross amount of sweat off my forehead, and we got all the grades in. So let's take a look at the report card. After tallying everything up, we came out with a final letter grade of a B, that's right, and 84 Man, what a good episode. I cannot wait next week till we got John Cena and Logan Paul in the house. You got Roman Reigns, my guy, coming to SmackDown on Friday as him and Cody Rhodes are going to be face to face for the first time on the road to WrestleMania. I tell you what, this is a great time to be alive. Once again, I want to give a shout out to my lovely girlfriend. I love you, baby. Thank you for the shirts you made my birthday. Awesome. Shout out to OG Bobby Knifehawk for the music. My guy Trevor for coming over and watching it with me. So, thank y'all for tuning in. All 12 of you. I'm signing off. All you stay safe and have a nice day.